Guys, this is Yvonne from the Upside of Downsizing. Welcome back. Let's see how the bales are doing today. Maybe they're ready and I can get started planting. Let's check this out. Hi guys, today is day 12 and I'm just checking the temperature of my bales, and this one here is just a little bit above 100. So I guess I'm fine with the seeds since they're not directly in the bale, and the temperature is in the center. On top is not quite as warm, and you know, being a little bit warmer, it's good for the seeds to germinate better. So I guess I'm fine with this. I only have a couple of plants. I just bought yesterday a couple more marigolds and one jalapeno, and okay, I do have those as you see the roots here, really cool. I did some cuttings from the basil, so to have a couple more basil plants, and also I did those tomato plants. I wanted to plant those too, and maybe I wait until I get those into the bales. A couple more days and then it should be fine. But I will do the seeds today. I'm getting ready to plant my fall garden. So basically this time I really have a lot of seeds, so I made a little sketch here with initials on it. I know what it means and which seeds are going where. So this is my little layout for my garden. So this is on the end here are the new bales, in the middle is the existing bales, and I will put a few new plants in between the old ones as well, because they're still doing good, so they can just continue. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do today. Alright guys, here in the rough is my layout for the fall garden with all my seeds on it. But first I actually prepped the back here with some leftover fencing we had, which is actually great to use as a trellis for the tomato plants I'm planting here. And on the end here I will also have some peas and also some cucumbers, so they all need a little bit support to grow up. And here I show you on my first bale, on the end I will plant some nice flowers that can just go up here on the side. Then some cherry tomatoes, kohlrabi I try again. In between the tomatoes I always will add a basil too. Those are my little cuttings. And on the second bale is the other regular sized tomato, 2 plants. In between carrots, some cilantro again, another dill I will try again. The third bale has peas on the back end, then some herbs. Here's some chive. This is a type of lettuce, almost like an arugula I bought in Germany. So I will put this here. And this one here I'm very excited about, Liebstöckel. I googled the name in English, I forgot it, I will blend it in. And that's a really, really nice herb. It's really aromatic. You can put it on salads, you can put it in soups. Yeah, it's just really great. Reminds me of my childhood. We always had this and my mom used it a lot. So excited about that. Here is an eggplant on the end, some Brussels sprouts here, and here I thought in between some radishes. On the end I have a little daisy, so I want to add some flowers in between too, just for some visual interest and for the looks. Then I will plant on my 5th bale. I have another type of dill. Oops, here goes there. Another cucumber and another type of lettuce. And then I found those tomatoes here. Looked very promising. I will try this. There want to be a plant here and one over here. So that's in the rough it. And I also want to do some flowers on the outside. I found this type of they call it a native type of lavender. Attracts butterflies, hummingbirds, and all the good stuff. So I thought I will plant it on the outside, the greenhouse, on the corners on the end, so you know, birds can reach it, and hopefully this will do here well in the soil, and will look very pretty. Okay, let me get started. I put some dirt on my bales, prepped them for the seeds, so they are all ready now, and I will get started to put my seeds in. Alright guys, I got all my seeds in the ground, kept the plants in place for a couple days later because the bales are still a little bit too hot. Put little placeholders here for a basil, for a marigold, and yeah, and I could use some of the stones Pam from Midlife Prices made me on the beginning of this year, or in May, when I started with the straw bales. So they come really in handy, and this looks really cute now since there's nothing else here. Thanks again, Pam. I love them. So, and yeah, I still need to water it down. Here are some peas, and yeah, where I could, I put some of those little signs down. I hope they're not flying away. Here's an eggplant. So, alright, but let me show you also how this straw bale looks like after 5 months. See how dark and nice, really kind of like dirt it became already. And here I want to plant my jalapeno. So that's why I was digging this hole. I just want to show you how beautiful the straw bales become after more than a couple of months, but after a while. So looking pretty good. And sneak peek over there with a couple more. There's dill and cucumber. Could use those stones again. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm just watering it down, and I will give you an update in a couple of weeks and see how my seeds are doing. Alright guys, today is day 15 if we continued counting. So it's 3 days after I put my seeds in the dirt, and I keep checking the temperature and see if it's good for me to finally put the few plants I have in the ground. And the temperature now is 90, 95 kind of, but with all of those bales I checked them already. So I think I'm good now to plant my little tomatoes I have still sitting here, and the basil cuttings I have over here, and my little marigolds. But let me show you something else exciting. Just after 2 days I saw it already coming out, and today they are already bigger. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? After such a short time. Those are the kind of an arugula type of salad. About those seeds in Germany. I'm just stunned. And over here I have my radishes coming out. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, let me go back to planting. Alright guys, just digging out a hole in the bale for my plants, and this time the straw comes out very easy. So it obviously depends on how tight your bale is bundled and what kind of straw it is. So this was working awesome. Let me show you something else. Here, this is my tomato plant from a cutting. I just pulled it out of the pot. Look at all those roots. So I put the cutting in the dirt, and after 2 weeks it looks like this. So it really works. You can get more plants out of your tomato plant. So I really love it. Look at this. Cool. I planted a couple of plants, and while I was digging into the bale I noticed it was quite warm to the touch. So I thought I should stop and just see how these 3 are doing for right now, and come back a couple days later, and hopefully the temperature will be more around 80 and this would feel better. I'm afraid that it might get too warm for the roots of those plants, but I will see. So I will get back to you in a couple more days. Bye. Welcome back. Today is day 18 and the temperature of my bales is around 90, and this sounds pretty good now for me to get the rest of the plants into the bales. Alright, let's get started with planting. Okay, I'm done planting and my bales don't look quite as bare anymore. Really nice. Here are the 3 plants I planted 3 days earlier. They're doing pretty good, so actually it wasn't a big deal to put them in the bales while they've been a little bit warmer. And this one here is one tomato. It's not really doing as well. When I pulled it out of the pot, it didn't have any roots on it yet. I thought I will give it a second try in the bale, since this is one of my cherry tomatoes and I only had 2 of those tomato plants from the 6 I had here have been cherry tomatoes, so I want to give it another try and see. If not, then I have to do another cutting. So here and now, also after almost a week, these little things you see is the kohlrabi coming out already. I find this so exciting. Over here I have another basil and the other 2 tomatoes. And let me see if there's anything else coming out. Here, nothing so far. The carrots obviously take a little longer. The dill as well. But then over here, another one of my marigolds. The peas also take a little bit longer. But here is the arugula. And it's looking pretty good. Keeps on growing. The 4th bale, oh, I do see here is another marigold. And here, look at this little thing. It's a Brussels sprout. The same as over here. In between are my radishes. They're doing great. Let's go around. Oh, and by the way, here on this end is a daisy, and on the 1st bale on the end is a nasturtium. If I pronounce this right, I will blend it in then. I'm not seeing anything there. I also planted a few into the ground. Here is the daisy in the ground. Oops. See these little green spots coming out? These seeds are doing better in the ground than in the bale so far. Interesting observation. So then my 5th bale here, very nice. This is the tomato. It's coming out on this side. Funny enough, on the other side here I don't see anything yet. Plants are very particular for their spots they like, even in the same bale. Another marigold here. In between I have this other lettuce. And here, oops, a little dark, cucumbers are coming out. They're pretty nice. The lettuce. And I bought a Thai basil, which I really like. Gives a nice rich flavor to any Thai dish. I love it. So, okay, that's it over here. Then here again, another daisy in the ground. A few little things are coming out. And here is another nasturtium, and the sun is really bad here. Wait a sec. There. You can see it coming out here. I'm sorry, coming out here as well. Very beautiful. And over here as well. Wait a sec. There it is. Very tiny, but it's growing. Okay. I have in the bale also some of those native lavender. It's growing. Very nice. Let me show you outside. The greenhouse on each of the corner, also right over there, I planted the lavender too, and I have not seen anything coming out there yet. So there is just the opposite. The lavender is doing better in the bale and takes a little longer outside here in the ground. It's very interesting. Oh, here, let me just kind of go in there. Look at the verbena. Came back so nicely. It looked bad for a while, and I just kept cutting off the dead flowers, and now it's just in full bloom again. It's so beautiful. 2 weeks after I put the seeds in the bales and my plants, and look at how nice everything is growing. That's amazing. This one here is my kohlrabi. Beautiful. The plants are doing well too. Here is the one tomato that didn't have any roots on it, and I thought I will give it a second chance and put it in a bale, and I'm glad I did because it's now looking good. Alright, and over here the carrots are doing well. Here is some cilantro, some dill. My first pea is coming out right there, and the arugula is looking very good. Here I have some eggplants coming out. There it's a Brussels sprout. Then my radishes, another Brussels sprout, actually a few. And let me show you the 5th bale. Right over here I have a bunch of tomatoes and another lettuce. And look at how great the cucumbers are doing. They're awesome. Thai basil is standing there very nice. I cut the flowers off. And dill is coming. The other cucumber. More lettuce. And over here finally I see a little tomato coming out too on this side. Alright. And over here you can see some daisies coming out. They're doing much better in the ground than in the one bale I put them in the corner. There is nothing to be seen yet. And here those are coming out very nicely too. So overall it's doing great. Alright, that's it for me today. And thank you so much for watching as always. And I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I will check back with you in probably about a month, and then we see how everything is doing here. Until then, you all have a great time, and I see you soon. Bye. And out here I planted a Italian cypress. Pam and I went to Sierra Vista this other day and found those at Lowe's. The little size was just $8. So we thought, give it a try and see how it's doing out here. So I want to plant a lot of cypress trees here, or in this nice kind of lineup, like you have probably seen in movies or pictures, or maybe you have been to Italy. So in Tuscany they have them there lined up on the streets, and this looks just beautiful. That's what I'm after here. I want this to look a little bit like Italy. And I think we have a perfect climate here for this. So I want also then more rosemary and lavender, also some olive trees and citrus trees. So that's my vision for this place. And this is the first little tree to to try it. And okay, we will check back in a year or two how my vision came to life, or not. We will see.